Hello Airfix fans and welcome back to another episode of Flight Deck. It's been a particularly busy month here at Airfix, with secret releases, Space Week celebrations, and of course, plenty of modelling. We'll also be diving into a spooky Halloween build with a haunting history. First up, let's talk about the newly announced Havilland Mosquito in 1/72nd scale. This kit comes with some truly stunning schemes, but my personal favourite has to be Scheme B. B Scheme is a TT-35 variant, a target-towing Mosquito from No. 3 Civilian Anti-Aircraft Cooperation Unit at RAF Exeter, Devon in 1955. Originally built as a B-35 towards the end of 1945, this aircraft was later converted by Brooklands Aviation Limited. It's a TT-35 specification, fitted with a target-towing winch in the bomb bay and protective guards on the tail surfaces. This aircraft served actively at Exeter until 1963, but its story didn't end there. After retirement, it was registered as GASKC and went on to star in the legendary film 633 Squadron, painted as HJ898. It later appeared again in the 1968 film Mosquito Squadron, though sadly it suffered damage during filming. Despite accidents and years of storage, TA719 survived. It is now restored at Duxford and preserved as a lasting tribute to the Mosquito's legacy. The vibrant scheme with its striking yellow underbelly stands out as a reminder of the Mosquito's versatility, from war service to the silver screen. If you're unsure which scheme to go for, check out our brand new series, Schemes Declassified. In the first episode, we explore the fascinating history behind each aircraft represented in the kit's various schemes. You'll find the link in the description, and do let us know which other kits you'd like us to cover next. Every aircraft tells a story. Some stories speak of bravery, of battles fought and won, but others whisper through the static about something that should never have taken flight. This is a story of the Typhoon they call the Reaper. In 2016 at RAF Coningsby, a new Typhoon was scheduled for repainting, part of a night operations test scheme. It was supposed to be routine. But when the hangar doors opened that morning, the engineers found something unexpected. The aircraft was black, completely black. No one had logged the repaint, no one admitted to doing it. And on the right wing, a single word had been painted in red: Reaper. At first the crews thought it was a practical joke, until the flight logs started to change. Pilots began reporting an extra aircraft in the sky during night exercises, flying in formation, then vanishing mid-turn. Controllers swore they saw it too. But when they checked the call signs, there was nothing there. One pilot claimed he saw the black Typhoon alongside him. The canopy was empty. No heat signature, no sound, just the Reaper's markings glinting under the moonlight. When he landed, his aircraft log read, 2-ship formation confirmed. But the second entry was blank. Then came the night of the storm, a training mission over the North Sea. 3 Typhoons launched, but only 2 returned. The missing jet's transponder failed mid-flight. The last radar ping placed it miles offshore. For days, rescue crews searched. They found no wreckage, no signal, nothing. A week later, a canopy washed ashore on the Lincolnshire coast, black and scorched. The word Reaper still visible beneath the salt. Some say the Reaper still flies, a ghost in the clouds, appearing when storms gather over Coningsby. Others say she guards the skies, watching over those who dare to follow. Whatever the truth, the Reaper's story remains, locked forever in black paint and whispered memories. Earlier this month, we also celebrated International Space Week, and we went big, with the Space Shuttle gift set landing on your workbench. This 144th scale kit includes 99 parts and 7 scheme options, perfect for modellers with their heads in the clouds and their feet under the workbench. On YouTube, we also told the story of the Great Moon Race and the rocket that took humanity to the stars. The Saturn V was the most powerful rocket ever built, the machine that carried humanity to the moon and beyond. It stood 363 feet tall, that's taller than the 36-storey building and 60 feet higher than the Statue of Liberty. Fully fuelled, it weighed a massive 6.2 million pounds, that's the equivalent of about 400 elephants. At liftoff, its 5 F1 engines produced 7.6 million pounds of thrust, generating more power than 85 Hoover dams combined. A car that gets 30 miles to the gallon could drive around the Earth 800 times with the fuel used for a single Saturn V lunar mission. This immense rocket could place 130 tons into Earth orbit or 50 tons around the weight of 4 school buses on a trajectory to the moon. The Saturn V was developed at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. It was the largest of the Saturn family of rockets, following the smaller Saturn I and Saturn IB, which had been used for missions into Earth orbit. But to achieve President John F. Kennedy's goal for landing a man on the moon before the decade was out, NASA needed something vastly more powerful, and Saturn V was the answer.
The Apollo Saturn V, America's largest space vehicle, is being developed for extensive manned space missions, including landings on the moon prior to the end of this decade. One of the most important steps in creating a useful space vehicle is the live development testing of the propulsion system. These tests, called static firings, involve strapping down each stage of the vehicle and firing its engine.
Its design was groundbreaking. The rocket had 3 stages, each of which burned through its fuel before detaching. The first stage, fitted with 5 enormous F1 engines, lifted the fully loaded rocket to an altitude of about 40 miles before falling into the ocean. The second stage's 5 J2 engines took over, carrying the vehicle close to orbital speed before dropping away as well. Finally, the third stage placed the Apollo spacecraft into Earth orbit and then fired again to send it on its way to the moon. Depending on the mission, the final stage either remained in orbit, re-entered Earth's atmosphere, or was intentionally crashed into the moon so that seismometers left by astronauts could measure the shockwaves.
The Apollo Saturn V consists of 3 booster stages and 3 spacecraft stages. The primary booster stage is the S1C. The upper stages are the S2 and the S4B. The 3 spacecraft stages include the lunar module, the propulsion module, and the command module.
The first Saturn V launch took place on November 9, 1967 with Apollo 4. This was an uncrewed test flight, but unlike previous rockets, Saturn V was tested all up, with all 3 stages flown together from the start. It was a bold move, but it worked. Apollo 4 successfully demonstrated the rocket's immense power and tested the Apollo spacecraft's heat shield on a simulated return from the moon. Apollo 6 followed in 1968, another uncrewed flight to fine-tune the design. The first time astronauts climbed aboard a Saturn V was Apollo 8 in December 1968. Frank Borman, James Lovell and Bill Anders became the first humans to leave Earth orbit and circle the moon, sending back the famous Earthrise photograph on Christmas Eve. The Saturn V had proven its worth. And in March 1969, Apollo 9 tested the lunar module in Earth orbit, while Apollo 10 rehearsed every step of a moon landing without actually touching down. These missions built confidence for what came next. On the 16th of July 1969, Apollo 11 lifted off atop a Saturn V. Our Supermarine Spitfire Mk.IXc in 1/24 scale lets you recreate the legendary beer-carrying Spitfires, the Flying Drays. You can build your own morale-boosting World War II aircraft and create a lasting tribute to the heroes who flew them. Each kit includes a set of resin parts to enhance your build, 2 beer barrels with lids, 2 nose cones, 2 bomb racks and a slipper tank. And as a finishing touch, every kit comes with an Airfix pint glass so you can raise your own morale while you model. Now I hate to be the one to say it, but Christmas is fast approaching. If you're struggling to pick the perfect kit for your modelling obsessed friends or yourself, I've put together a handy gift guide to help you choose. Maybe send it to a friend as a subtle hint. Every Airfix kit comes with a skill level rating from 1 to 4. This helps you choose the right project depending on experience and confidence. Skill level 1 means it's a beginner kit and a little bit easier. Skill level 2 means intermediate. Skill level 3 means advanced. And skill level 4 is expert. Think of these as guidelines rather than rules. They'll give you a clear idea what to expect in the kit you're building. For complete beginners, we always recommend starting with an Airfix starter set. These sets are designed for ages 8 and up with fewer parts and simple painting schemes. And the best bit is, everything you need is in the box. The kit, the paint, the glue and the brushes. Starter sets are perfect if you're new to modelling and want a smooth first build, a returning modeller looking for something quick and easy, or an experienced builder who just wants a fun project without the complexity of advanced kits. We've also got full how-to guides for most of our starter set kits, so you can build along step by step while you build your first kit. Skill level 2 kits are perfect if you or the person you're buying for is looking for the next step up. These usually have around 50 to 100 parts and more detailed painting and decals. Some basic modelling skills might be required like sanding or drilling, but nothing too complicated. We also offer gift sets which include paint, brushes and glue. Now these are usually a step up from starter sets and they include subject matters like space or historic aircraft in the Battle of Britain. For the more confident modeller, skill level 3 raises the bar. Expect over 100 parts, fine details and more intricate paint schemes. These often include optional build choices and may even require advanced techniques like rigging. Now, if you think skill level 3 is right for you or right for the person you're buying for, we also have a Beyond the Basics series on our YouTube channel, which delves into more advanced techniques and more advanced builds. Finally, for those who want a real challenge, we have skill level 4. These can have 200 plus parts, highly detailed interiors and engines, and complex colour schemes. Some may even include resin or photo etched parts. Now, these are rewarding builds for experienced modellers who want to dedicate some time and craftsmanship to their builds. They make a great gift. Now you know all about skill levels, but here's the bigger picture. Airfix isn't all about building model kits. It's about sparking creativity and learning new skills. Over time, you improve your painting, patience and problem solving. You might even branch into dioramas, creating entire scenes to showcase your models. And every kit you complete from your first to your 50th shows your journey as a modeller. That's all we have time for in this month's episode of Flight Deck, and as always, please like and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.